Hope is something that we have that drives us when all else in the world points to failure. In this difficult journey we call life, sometimes hope is something we lose sight of. No matter our age, our gender, our race, we need something to believe in, to carry on.
Scott was injured on a cruise ship. He went out into the hall and had a confrontation with a couple young kids, and they ended up pushing him down a flight of stairs.
After a tragic accident, hope had not only left Scott, but those who were around him. Doctors felt that he would live in a vegetative state for the rest of his life.
The brain has undergone some recovery, but beyond this point, we do not expect significant changes or improvement in his function.
Marissa Williams was a bright, happy child born with Down syndrome. Her parents had every reason to believe she would be able to live a happy and fulfilling life. Those hopes were almost lost when at the tender age of 5, she suffered a serious stroke.
When they first told me, oh my God, I was like, what do I do now? Who would think that your child would be having a stroke? It was just hard. I just couldn't believe it.
After more than 30 years of marriage, Gerda and Hans were planning on spending their golden years traveling together. A massive stroke threatened these plans and challenged their entire way of life.
Of course I was worried. I mean, I'm not the youngest guy anymore, and so what we're going to do? We had an active life, now she's sitting home, and it would be the end of our life, more or less.
When people lose sight of hope in their lives, they search for symbols, stories, something to make them believe again. If you've lost hope, then you truly have lost everything.
Hope is different from, dreaming and wishes and fairy tales. Hope is your dream, but you have a reason to believe it.
The hope we're talking about at Challenge Center, it is hope based in medical science.
Where others simply see a building, some exercise equipment, stretching mats, a gym where disabled people come to toil when medical and insurance systems have left them, we see something else. We see a community of those who lost hope and found it in one another, in their journeys, and in the impossible.
When Scott first started coming to the Challenge Center, he couldn't sit up by himself. He was barely talking, I think maybe one-word answers. It took 2 or 3 people just to try to stand him.
He was still on a feeding tube. The activities were basic. Let's stretch him out. Let's help him sit up. Pretty much that was it.
When Gerda first started coming to the Challenge Center, her husband had to help her with almost everything.
Challenge Center is more important for her and for me because I realize she's improving with each time she comes over here.
When Marissa first started here, her gait was really unstable and dangerous.
When we first got here, Marissa walked slumped over. Her arm was clenched and, cold.
The Challenge Center is a place where for 25 years, miracles occur every day, every step, every tear. Thousands of people have used Challenge Center to restore hope, restore function, restore life.
He's gone from barely able to interact with anyone to being, basically a contributing member to his family. He's part of the conversation now. He goes to the river with everyone. They all have a good time together.
Scott's improvements are huge. He went from not even being able to sit up when we first started to now he's walking, almost walking on his own.
And he's part of that positive energy in his family now.
It's the therapy, it's the hope, and she is improving so well. Like I said, she came in the wheelchair. Now we're walking in and out from the parking lot.
The other day I had her standing on her right leg and stepping up onto a rolling stool with her intact leg and pushing that stool all around. And she looked at me like I was insane when I asked her to do it. 5 minutes later, she was doing it.
It's the improvement which makes you hope. There's another life than just a wheelchair. And the Challenge Center for us is like going to church.
We go outside on the playground, we climb the ladders and we go down the slides and we play tag with her mom. You know, I try to make the work that I want her to do fun.
If it wasn't for the scholarship, she would not be getting all the help that she needs. They gave me hope, and I love them and I appreciate everything that they've done for us. They've been a godsend.
He gave us 50% discount on all. It's a blessing.
So important for people to donate to a charity like this because firsthand we know that, you know, people with disabilities can keep improving.
This is only possible because of the generosity of others, the kind souls who believed in the impossible, saw potential in the abandoned. You never losing hope in us means those who are disabled never losing hope at all.